Hey guys, Mr. Burrow here. I just want to go over a little bit of instruction before you do today's check-in. So, addition, subtraction of decimals. We've done this work a little bit, so let's go over a few problems and hopefully this will help you on today's check-in, okay? Let's take a look at this first one here. Be careful to make sure that you pay attention to your operations. Look here first. What am I doing? Figure it out, right? And then we can go ahead and start to do the work. So we know we're doing addition. So just like anything, we start from over on the right side. So we're going to look at this 3 plus 8. We know that 3 plus 8 is 11. We just don't write the 11 down. We write the ones place down. And then remember, with some cases we have to carry. So we carry that 1 over. And then we can add up the next column. We have 1 plus 0 plus 4, which gives us 5. And then we have a 0 and a 0 there. And when we add decimals, we know that we bring that decimal point straight down. So the decimal point would go right there. So the answer here, we would have 0.51. Okay, so that's important to note that. Let's take a look at this next one. Again, I'm going to notice I'm doing addition. So I'm going to pay close attention to that so I don't make a mistake with the operation. Now here's a case where we have a number that doesn't have a decimal in it, and then a number that has a decimal. So remember, we discovered that if we see something like this, we know that a whole number 10 would actually be the same as 10.0. So I'm going to write that in. And I suggest you do the same on the assessment, the check-in when you do that. Now that we have all the columns kind of vertically aligned, we can go ahead and do our adding. So we can take 0 plus 1. We get our 1. And we can wait to do the decimal, or we can now, because we've got it set up vertically, we can bring that decimal down, put it right there. Then we can do our 0 plus 7, get 7. And again, I don't have a number right here. So I might just put a 0 in there to help me, because it doesn't change that number at all by putting a 0. Then I can go 1 plus 0 gives me 1. And so I end up with the answer of 17.1. Now let's take a look at the subtraction. Again, I'm going to identify the operation. I have subtraction there. So one thing that we got to remember is we got to be careful, because in some cases when we do subtraction, we may have to borrow. So if we take a look at this right here, we have 7 and we're taking 9 away from it. So we got to ask ourselves, can I take 9 away from 7? I can't. So this is a case where we got to borrow from the 8. That becomes a 7, and we give the 10 over here, which makes this now a 17. Now, when we have 17, we can take 9 from that. And so when we go ahead, we do that, and we get 8. Again, the decimal point comes straight down. So I'm going to bring that decimal point straight down, and I'm left with 7, take away 7, which is a 0. So my answer is 0.8. So again, now here's another case where we have subtraction and we might not have a decimal there, but we do have a decimal here. So what I'm going to do, again, not change the number, but I might, because I think it's helpful, I'm going to put it a 0.0 there, because 71.0 is the same as just saying 71. Now I have all these columns filled out and aligned. So I'm going to take a look. I have 0. Can I take 3 away from it? Ask yourself that. If you can't, here's a case where we got to borrow again. So I'm going to borrow from that 1, make that a 0, and give the 10 to it. So now there's 10 there. Can I take 3 from 10? Sure I can. That's 7. Then that decimal point comes straight down. And now we have a 0 up here. Can we take 2 from it? No, so we have to borrow again. So I'm going to borrow from that 7, make it a 6, give it here. Now we have 10. 10, can we take 2 from it? We sure can, and we're left with an 8. Then we have 6, can we take 1 from it? Yes, we can. It's a 5, and so our answer is 58.7. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. Good luck with the check-in, and if you finish, you'll see there are instructions for you to go ahead and move on to the IXL. All right? I will see you tomorrow. Good luck.